Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the D4GOOD podcast. I am Mac Hayes. This is episode 5. Been a couple weeks since I've done one of these. I was very busy. I had a birthday last week myself. Happy birthday, Mac. And also had PTR testing I thought I was going to be doing and didn't do as much as I wanted to, but it's all good. That's basically what we're going to be talking about today is the PTR. Just giving feedback on the PTR, as well as this anniversary event. So we got this 2-year anniversary event. I'm just going to start this off here. What the hell is this? You make a game, Diablo, right? Diablo's a game. It's like the king of grinders, I would say, or should be, right? You open this up and you just have to pay gold. I haven't even, bought anything yet. You only have to pay like so much gold here. See, let me fix this. There we go. It's only so much gold, right? Like, you find this after killing one mob. And I'm just confused. There's an argument saying, like, people are happy it's like this because they'd rather not go out and grind to get these rewards. They want to be able just to log in and press a button and get it. And there's people like me who are like, what the fuck is this? This is a fucking absolute joke, actually. So you make events in a game. The point is to kind of like retain the player, get the player to come back and check out the event for like a week or so at least, right? I logged in and I saw this and I logged right out, man. I was just offended, man, honestly. Because how much gold do we got here? We got 55 billion gold. What is this event even? I want to log in and I want something new to do for the season. You have a lack of end game already, and your decision was to put gold as what's needed to claim these rewards in your anniversary event is just insane. Please, someone tell me why this is okay. Just crazy. So yeah, I saw this. I'll turn my camera off real quick here. I bought one item right here. I don't give a fuck about the rest, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. Stupid fucking event. Happy birthday, Diablo, dude. Such a joke. You could have anything. Just have like exactly what the Berserk event was. Just give us a material to go farm. It's that easy. You give us something that's like tens of thousands of gold. That is fucking just absolute joke. You're making it real hard for me to make a channel called D4GOOD. None of that's off our chest here. Let's get right into the PTR. They really got to figure out the PTR. Let's write this down, actually. So first thing is still like PTR is unfortunately just a buggy mess here, right? You log in and there's bugs where you couldn't even like reroll fucking stats on your items. So I logged out for the first day. I didn't even log back in for another day or two. And if these types of things happen, maybe consider extending, the PCR by another week. Because my plan was to play on my birthday pretty much. No, I'm sorry. It ended on my birthday. That first Tuesday. And it was just nothing you could do because you couldn't reroll items. Had to wait a day or two to get bugs to get fixed. Things weren't even working. So we have to make sure things are even working before, we can test things. And consider maybe what was one thing like with the vendor. Lots of people complain they don't see why we can't just have like everything handed to us. We kind of need to still be able to test how items feel that aren't perfect, right? That's kind of the point, is to test how builds feel with and without the best gear. So if you just want the best gear, that doesn't make fucking sense. What are you testing? Of course you're gonna fucking one-shot everything. So, an option, for example, for like Paragon 250, and I say this because we get the option to either go to like level 60 and then go from 1 to 300, or maybe give us like an option for 150 through 250 instead of 300. That way we can actually test leveling and experience. So the open world feels a little empty now as well, which I think is the intention. And I wonder if that's kind of intended due to like Nightmare Dungeon and being the season. Even still, it's just like, what are we doing in open world now? So possibly convert Helltide into a previous seasonal zone. That way we have like an open world thing to do. There's lots of people. Let's talk about this for a second. So Nightmare Dungeons, okay? So Nightmare Dungeons has always been like a massive complaint for the community. There's like, what are they? They kind of suck. No one wants to ever do them. They're not rewarding. Right. So if you're gonna make a season out of them, you better make sure you do it right. Okay. So that being said, you know, escalations right now, are a little boring. The escalation is the thing where you find a portal in a nightmare dungeon, or I'm sorry, no, that's the 3 level one. Escalation's a 3 level one. There's no point to doing them. You get like an extra like affix of monster things, but it does nothing. You get to a point in the game where you're just blasting through things. These affixes do not matter. Actually increase the difficulty somehow. They're just boring. They're meaningless. It's just, you may as well call them an extension. They're more of a Nightmare Dungeon extension, not an escalation. We're not escalating anything. It's not getting harder. You're just extending them. What else do we got here? There's their new Herodric portal too. I think you just like remove that first wave, just have the portal spawn. We can enter the portal, just keep the game flow going. And let us do that like that. Because it's kind of weird having to like fight a mob. It's just like, stop giving us things to slow down on. All these little clickables and events we have to click. Just stop doing that. They're not fun in these games. Either remove or slow down timers for events and objectives. There's these new objectives, or I guess, yeah, objectives, I guess, and these new Nightmare Dungeons where you click them and maybe it'll like buff your score. Maybe it'll give you a buff towards rewards in the end type of thing. But there's a good like 5 fucking second timer on these things. Why? Is it supposed to be a challenging, like, strategic thing? Like, oh, I gotta kill these mobs, and I can run back and click my little thing. It's so stupid. It makes no sense in an ARPG. Get it the fuck out of the game. Get it the fuck out of the game, dude. Okay? I'm okay with clicking things, right? I'll run by and click something. But if you make me fucking sit there for 5 seconds, this is not an MMO, dude. Get me the fuck on to the next room, please. Right? I'm okay with doing things, but if you make me wait to do things, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to avoid the fucking content 100%. Not worth. And people who blast know, because, you know, blasters, they get as much done in 10 minutes what most people do in an hour, right? They know what not to fucking touch in dungeons and that type of thing. Besides that, there's also like... as far as the positive, I guess, maybe they give like a casual map feeling now, which is what I wanted actually. This is exactly what I wanted from Nightmare Dungeons, is just like these little extra affixes to go through. Nothing too crazy, just a bonus to make me be like, oh, I'm gonna get like a nice pit worth of experience this run, or maybe 1 billion gold this run, or maybe a bunch of goblins this run, or like a bunch of extra obdicite this run, instead of just, oh, extra XP, extra gold. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm just clicking on dungeons popping them open. I don't care what they are, why they are. Now there at least there's some casual, like maybe I'll save this for my group. There's more rare Nightmare Dungeon sigils type of thing. So there's more of like a value to these sigils, and that's good. That's a very good thing. Something else that's new for the PTR is the item labels. I'm not sure I'm a fan. I thought I was at first because you can now just see the aspect, and then I got a bunch of drops from something and I was like, oh, that's a lot of words to look at. So maybe give us an option in the settings for that. Don't fucking force us. We've been playing one way for 2 years and then you force us into something else, dude. Come on. Give us an option. That's really all I had on my notes for PTR, honestly. I think they actually fixed this, like the options not saving. I think they actually fixed this. But yeah, if there are any like bugs, consider extending somehow. Because I was busy myself. I did not get to play as much as I wanted to, even though there wasn't much to really test, I guess. My whole testing was to test out experience and things like that. And then for the Herodic Strong Rooms, real quick. Talk about that. They need to feel a little more exciting. So these Herodic Strong Rooms could have been a little more exciting. They add a fun, they get you like rushing towards your goal type of thing and get a higher score. But they really could have like innovated here and made a cool event, like some PvEP, like some PvEVP thing, where maybe you find a portal, whether you're solo or in a group, and then that portal will like match make you up with another party. This is kind of ridiculous, I know, sorry, but just just something, anything. Just be innovative. And then now you're fucking with another team. You're not in the same rooms, but now both teams are fighting towards this attunement in the strong room. And whichever team makes out with the strongest attunement, like, will steal something from that team or like, wins the more loot type of thing. We had like these legendary farming events in Diablo 3 a lot by honor system, but it'd be like we'd have like groups of streamers and shit, and we'd be like competing. Whatever group had the most amount of legendaries would win all the legendaries that everyone got. So it was like a massive loot reward for the winner of the competition. So just be more innovative with these events, I think. For now, we're just going into doing our own little like solo gauntlet thing. That makes no sense. It's rewarding. We get these items. We get the new seasonal items from them. Sure. But it could have been a lot more fun. Why not? And then as far as like the seasonal powers, let's go to that real quick. So the seasonal powers are pretty fun to customize and play around with. You're pretty much making your own little skill this season, or rather a buff to one of your skills, I guess. Sure. And then we also have like the season 1 jewels are back. And that's always fun. So we have a little more customization with how to create and tune our own builds to our own liking, which I like that a lot. I think this is one of the best seasonal powers they've had. It's just kind of like all of them mixed into one, I feel like. What works and what doesn't work type of thing. So I'm not too unhappy with the seasonal power. It's just a little weird not having like an open world farm to do now. I guess that'll be our nightmare dungeons, but we'll see how that goes. And that's about all I really have for now. Just some quick PTR bullets. I'm fucking like a week late with giving this info out. My apologies. Was kind of busy there. So we'll see what they do. See any changes as well. Season 9 should be coming out here in about 20 days, I think. So at the end of the month, beginning of July here. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. All I wanted from Nightmare Dungeons was exactly what they're doing, but it could have been done a little better. We're still missing that push content. I thought we'd at least get some sort of like hard Nightmare Dungeon. Maybe it's like a pit 150 or not 150, 100 type of thing. And it's just, that's an affix, right? Like that's one of the affixes is that high difficulty. Therefore, bring your good build. I don't know, but there's not really a reason to push or nothing competitive yet. I really wish they'd do even just like a Paragon ladder. Can we have that at least? I know they said they plan on doing things next year as far as like competitive things, leaderboards, things like that. Is it really so hard to just give us a ladder? You know, I know people argue like, oh, only bots will win that. Like, okay, but it'll still be fun to watch all the streamers. It will attract people. Um, it'll be competitive to see who gets to 300 first. It's actually a lot of fun to see shit like this. It just adds, I don't know, motivation to play the game type of thing. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Peace.